Subscribe now so you can see more of my upcoming videos. Hello everyone, this is my podcast, my first show, Millie Marathon, Life of an Entrepreneur. If you guys don't know me, my name is Marina, and on today's show we have a special guest, Alexisdalashplug. Alexis, introduce yourself.
My name is Alexis. I've been lashing for about 2 years now.
What makes you an entrepreneur?
I think it has to do with the way you think and your mindset. I think you have to be a go-getter, I guess, to want to do things on your own, succeed on your own, make money on your own. So I think that makes you an entrepreneur, even if you're not fully there. You trying to chase the bag will eventually get you there. I think that's what makes you an entrepreneur, right? I mean, as long as you're trying. I know some girls are not in the same level, but the moment you start putting effort into it, I'm sure you will get there eventually. I was I can never pronounce entrepreneur. Even when I wasn't, fully there. But I mean, look at where I'm at now.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
Exactly.
Let's start with, how did you get into the beauty industry in the first place?
It's been like a couple years. So how it started, I actually used to do hair extensions before any of this. This used to be my shop actually a long time ago, about 5-6 years ago. Let it go because it wasn't something that I was fully interested in. I then went into school for makeup. I went to Vanity Box and La Puente. I did enjoy it there. I loved it. I loved doing photo shoots and everything.
Why so serious?
But it was cool. Money was cool and all. I think it was not something that I think was an income that was coming like every day. It was every other day or just when someone had an event. So I guess in that sense, I feel like it was cool once in a while, but not all the time I get a big party. Sometimes it was just one client or 2 clients a week, and it kind of sucked because it was not consistent income. So I wanted something that was bringing in more income, and lashing has been it for me.
What got you interested in doing lashes?
Because I was already into beauty. Makeup, of course, is beauty, but it was something I've always was interested in. When I started lashing, there was not many lash techs. I didn't see many lash techs. And so I had one of my friends who I used to follow. I used to think her work was like the shit. And from then on, I was like, I really hope she trains. And I actually took the course with her, and I was her first student ever. And so it's crazy how like now me and her are really close friends, and I really thank her all the time, because if it weren't for her, I don't think I would be as good as I am now. But I would keep in mind I was her first student ever, so like of course there was things I had to learn on my own as well.
How many years have you been lashing?
2 years. I just turned 2 years a couple weeks ago.
How was it when you first started lashing?
When I first started lashing, it was a journey for sure, because I didn't feel like my work was on top, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't really believe in myself, so most of the time I would like want to give up. I did start from the corner of my room, and it was like a bed. I literally had like a lamp. It was not it. I had a stool, no back support, not good lighting, not the best tools, but so I think it was challenging because I didn't know much and I was still trying to understand lashing. But I mean, again, you have to start somewhere, because if you don't start anywhere, then it's going to be harder on you. So you need to start somewhere.
You first started off, what strategies were you using to market your business?
For me, it was a little different because I already had a makeup page, so it happens to be my lash page. I just pretty much transformed it into my lash page. I did have like my makeup pictures and everything on that page, but I was just like, well, I'm gonna start posting my lashes and see if girls are interested in it. I mean, it was similar because it is beauty, so I was like, maybe I can try it and see how it goes from there. So I did have a good following. I only probably had like 700 followers, but I had followers. That was the point. And so I would always post, even when I had not took the course yet. Hey girls, I'm gonna be starting lashing. Let me know if you want to book. I was literally booking girls before I had even finished the course. So I was already like booking people, and surprisingly, I actually booked like the first 2 weeks of lashing, and I had not even known if I was gonna be good. So I literally pushed myself to work. And then on a side note, the week after I took the training course, I had a surgery, so I was really like not in a good position to be lashing, but I still lashed.
Yeah.
So
that's good. That's
yeah.
Good. How did you come up with the name Alexisdalashplug?
That one, I wanted it to be a little bit more unique, a little more different. I didn't want something very simple that you see most of the time. I don't know. To me, the plug is a little funny to me, but one of my little sister actually helped me with the name, because I wanted something that still said my name, but pretty interesting and pretty, like, I don't know, I guess unique. It's funny because a lot of my clients now when they get referred or anything, oh yeah, it's because you're known as the plug now, the lash plug. And I mean, that to me is like amazing. And like, I don't know, it's just,
I know. Every time I talk about you, I'm like, yeah, Alexisdalashplug on Instagram.
And everyone knows, right? Yeah. So
like, I don't even say your name. I'm just like Alexisdalashplug.
The lash plug, and people know. So I think that's why I wanted the name. I like that name.
Okay, when you first started off lashing, were you nervous?
Of course. I think anyone who's just beginning is going to be nervous. Why? Because you're going in not 100% skilled yet. So of course, you may judge yourself, you may critique your work, and I think, yeah, our nerves gets the best of us.
How long did it take you to grow your clientele?
I feel like maybe about 6 months to a year. And that's like consistent, loyal clientele, because of course, you lose clients along the way. But I feel now, I feel like maybe a year is a good time. Was a good time for me to have like that consistent, loyal clientele. Like now, I have clients that are literally have been with me from the start, and so those girls are the ones that I bend the rules for them. I sometimes will take it to positive for them. Why? Because literally they've been with me from the start. Literally when I was in the corner lashing for 4 or 5 hours on a set. So those are the girls that I respect so much. And I love so much.
You wouldn't be here without them.
Exactly.
How did you grow your Instagram page?
So with Instagram, I think it has to do a lot with promoting, doing giveaways, hashtags. All that is very important when you're starting a business, especially hashtags. Believe it or not, hashtags is how I would gain clientele. Even when I was doing makeup, SGV, hashtag SGV makeup artist, and want the makeup artist, and that's how people start finding you. And it's weird because it works. But I do feel like doing a lot of giveaways will help you, because of course you have your rules, follow, make sure you're following the account to win the giveaway, and tag as many people as you want, and then from there you start building like clientele. And potential people that didn't even think they were going to be your clients, because now they followed you, and now they're like, oh wait, oh shoot, I actually do like her work, So now it's not just about a giveaway, it's about them actually liking your work. So, and trust me, I've gained a lot of clients like that. I've actually gave so much promotion to one girl that I did a giveaway with once. Like half of her followers are my followers now. But that's just because that's just proving something. Like that's like marketing, promoting, and I think that's very important, especially the hashtags. I don't know, that's like the most important thing. Girl, on when I used to do makeup, I even would promote on OfferUp. You would not even think.
I think my sister's promoting her classes on OfferUp right now.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Literally anything you can promote
on anything. Girl, on Tinder. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But on OfferUp, I used to actually get so many clients for makeup on there. But then I ended up getting banned because you're not really supposed to do that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. And then too, like how you said, people could be following you for a giveaway, and then like when they're consistently seeing your post on Instagram, they're gonna end up saying like they're gonna end up getting an appointment with you eventually.
Of course, they start actually like liking your work and like okay, because I've done that many times where I followed people for just a giveaway or things like that, and then I actually start liking the work and start like, maybe I am gonna go to her, maybe I am gonna do my nails with her, maybe I am gonna do my eyebrows with her. Yeah.
How do you keep up with your Instagram, your social media?
So it is a bit hard sometimes because I feel like now, maybe in the position I'm in, you already know that most of your work is pretty good, and you know, you take pictures every day, and sometimes I feel like you could fall back on it. I'm not posting enough, so I think you need to stay consistent. I'll try to post here and there when I can, to stay relevant, because if you don't post, even if I, you know, sometimes I'll admit like I don't feel like my set was 100%, but I'm gonna post it regardless. Why? Because maybe I didn't think that, but someone else thinks like, damn, that's like a bomb set right there. And trust me, it's been so many times where I don't feel like the set was good, but I get so many comments, girl, that was it, like that was your set. Like,
yeah, sometimes perfection isn't everything, like consistency.
It's consistency. If you're not consistent, you're gonna honestly get boring and no one's gonna remember you. So you have to pop out. I think personality is one thing too. How you are and how you are with people.
Definitely.
If you have a shitty attitude, I am not gonna come back to you. But if you know what, hey, she was cool, like she made me feel comfortable, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get a service from her. So yeah, that has a lot to do with that too.
And then I know there's apps out there where you can set times for your posts. So like ahead of time, you say you already have content, you can go on the app, put the date and the time, so you don't have to be like, you know, on top of it all the time. You it just goes for you. Do you think Instagram plays a major role in your business?
Of course, yeah, because without Instagram, how would I really promote myself? Of course, you know, there's my business cards, there's, you know, mouth-to-mouth referrals, but Instagram is literally where you can promote your work, where people can see your work, and not just go based off like, oh, she does a good job. You need to see, like, most of the time now, you can't just say, oh, well, she does a good job. Okay, can I see pictures? If she has no pictures, I'm not going to go to you because you're not proving to me what you know, you know? And on Instagram, it's a lot of proof there, you know? It's a lot of, what is it? Just a lot of work, you know? I don't know.
It's crazy because social media, like, as much as people hate social media, it really has changed our lives. And you know how Instagram was down for a while? Like imagine if Instagram never came back. It's crazy. We would probably go back to Facebook.
Luckily, I have some of my clients' numbers saved, or else even then I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, how are they gonna know? I had just moved here. How are they gonna know where I'm at? So yeah, it's a little hard.
Okay, so considering the fierce competition in today's business world, how would you highlight your company's competitive advantages? And what makes you stand out to the crowd?
Let's see. That's a good question. I guess I think number one is personality. Okay. You know, personality has to stand out in a company, in a business, in anything. So a lot of the people I've lashed, even clients, students, or all that, a lot of them always talk about that one thing with me, and I never ask. They tell me, you know what, you stand out to me because of how you are with people. You humble yourself, but you're cool. You're not very judgy. You're not stuck up like some of these other lash techs, and you know everyone is different, I guess. But I feel like I stand out in that sense because I do want the best for my clients and for my students. And I don't know, my work is just a little bit different than others. Everyone has, I guess, every lash tech has their own style. So, I mean, if you like sets that are like darker, fuller, megas, there's specific girls for that. If you like girls who can do a mix of everything, then that would probably be me. If you want someone who works fully just on classics, then that's for them. But I'm one of those lash techs where I work on about anything. So it's not just, oh, I'm only doing classics. I do classic hybrid, volume, mega. It's a mix of everything. But I mean, it also the style, I guess. The people like certain styles, and I think that's why I stick out to certain people. Some people say my sets are very what's that one? They're very clean. They're very symmetrical. They're very like that, and a lot of girls like that. I personally like that myself. I even get that on myself. I wish speeds to me are cool, but it's not my favorite. It's like I'd rather be symmetrical.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Okay, so in 5 years, I do see myself in a bigger salon. I just got this salon about 2 months ago. But I do see myself in a bigger space with a lot more services. Right now, I am in school to get my license. So with having a license, I mean, there's a lot of benefits to it. You're not working under the table, you know, at home now. Like, I'm actually
paying taxes,
licensed, you know. So yeah, I do see myself with even more other girls too. Whoever would want to join my team. I see myself growing in that sense. I see myself coming out with my own labeling. I've been wanting to come out with my own glue and lashes and all that. It is very pricey. If you guys have looked into it, you know the price it costs just to come out with your own labeling, your own hair. It's a hassle, but eventually I would want to do that.
Okay, that's nice. So I know you're going to school right now to get licensed. How is that going?
Right now, school is going well. I think school, and let's be honest, if a lot of you girls have joined esthetician school, esthetician school is fun and all if you have some experience. What the sad thing about estheticians or esthetician school is that a lot of girls go into it thinking that they're gonna learn like a lot of, you know, things like lashes, facials, waxing, and it's true, you do learn some things, but I feel like going into the school you need to have some type of knowledge in it. You need to have some practice in it. So I always encourage girls to take those courses from other people because I feel like they're more knowledgeable than these schools.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be super honest. Most of the things that I've learned in school are things that I know myself, you know, but you're going for the license, the title, because that's what's required.
Just how college. That's how college is. Like, it's all about experience. I mean, the class is just to get the license or the bachelor's degree.
So, you know, question, it's not bad. It's really well. The girls in the class are really fun. They're really cool. I've met so many amazing and talented girls, so I'll give them that. But it's just the school itself. It's like, it's all right. It's not the best, but it'll give me my license.
And then you get a network with other people as well.
Yeah.
What made you decide you wanted to teach classes?
Well, this was something that I was still like thinking about. I did ask my trainer how she felt about me doing training and if she thought I was ready for it, and you know, she did very motivate me and push me to do it. She goes, I think you are ready. I think you start off simple, you know, not too expensive, and then from there test yourself and see if like maybe that's something that you're interested in. Plus I was getting constant DMs always asking if I was training and things like that, and I was like, man, like I should probably do it, but how should I do it, like, and how many days, and like, you know, you need to create a whole schedule of how you're gonna do it. I create my own PowerPoint, so we go through everything, and a lot of girls know, the ones that have been trained by me, that we go through a whole presentation. I talk about literally everything you need to know before we even touch up on lashes, before we go hands-on and stuff. Make sure that you know what you're training. Make sure that you have skilled what you're gonna train first. That would be my number one tip. Number one tip. Second, also go based on yourself, like your personality. Again, personality has a lot to do with it. If you're gonna train me and not have a good mood, like a shitty ass mood, and just, you know, you're doing it for the money, then I think you're doing it for the wrong reason. Do it because it's something that you're passionate about, not because it's something like, oh, I'm just gonna make the money. Because I'm sad to say, but I've trained many girls who have been trained by these schools, by these other techs, and a lot of them literally don't learn nothing. Why? Because these girls, they're there for the money. It's a one-day course, and like, what do you really expect in a one-day course? And I know I'm going off topic and stuff, but it's true. But I would say that. And lastly, again, just know what you're gonna get yourself into, because it's a lot of work. If you're gonna be advertising classes, you know that you have to give them a kit, a full kit, professional kit. A kit can go anywhere from $150 to $250 for the kit. You also have to know what you're going to be training, what the first day, what you're going to train. So if you're going to train classics, first day do that. If you're going to do a combo class, then do that. But if you're going to just train one thing at a time, then just know what you're going to train. You need to have a manual when you're training. If you have no manual, I will probably not take your course, because you know, you can go back to that and reference it later, even if you have like a lot of questions. So you need to know what you're getting yourself into before you're doing courses. There was some things that I had to learn along the way, but you know, you need to have those 3 things set before you begin your journey as a trainer. And training, and people think training is easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
You have to have a lot of patience too. If you don't have patience, it ain't for you.
3 tips or tricks you could give our audience for eyelash techniques.
Okay, so tip number 1, always have your stuff set up. So that means, like, before a client gets here, have your bed ready, have the sheet ready, like the headrest sheet ready, have your tape pre-cut. I always cut my 4 pieces just to have them ready. I like to have my gel pad already like opened. Like, trust me, like, these little simple things is gonna help you save so much time, because just setting up preparation is about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so that already wastes time. So preparation is like very important to have. If, let's say, you already know your client and you know most of the time what they're gonna get, then have those like lash lengths already set up, like, you know. And that would be, I guess, tip number 1. Number 2, maybe I would say invest in good product. If you don't have good product with you, as far as glue, even lashes, it's gonna be harder for you. So I would say, you know, invest in good products. It's gonna be easier for you to work with, so why not do that? Sometimes it is expensive, you know. Trays cost about $20 to $25 if you're finding like a good one. Glue can go anywhere from $40 to $100.
Do you plan to pursue your career in the beauty industry for the rest of your life?
I do. I feel like nowadays beauty is very popular, and I don't think it's gonna go away anytime soon. It literally is from youngest to oldest. Like my oldest client is about 60 something, maybe 70, I don't know, and youngest 17, 16. Like, so I don't think it's gonna go away for a very long time. I feel like before people used to think that beauty was just like a little side hustle, a little side thing. But to be honest, now I feel like it's expanded so much, and you can literally make a living out of this. You don't have to go to college to make $100K in a year, or have a 6-figure job or anything. Honestly, the times have changed.
Yeah.
So
how did you choose this location?
Because it's very convenient for me. I literally live like about 2 minutes from here. Also, my sister has her business downstairs, which is very comforting for me, because I don't want to be here fully alone. Some days when I am have like a little break or any of that, like, I do go hang out with my sister. It's in La Puente, but it's very close to literally El Monte. It's not even really considered La Puente, honestly. So it's super convenient for my clients. I don't find it really far. Some girls are actually closer to me. So I think location, distance from my house, and everything comes in clutch. Yeah.
What advice would you give someone who is ready to rent a space out?
I would say be financially stable. You need to have consistent income to begin a business. you can't be living check to check to start a business, and those are just facts. You need to have, honestly, I don't know, about 10 grand in your account to have a business of your own, at least to begin something. Because some days, some months you won't make as much as you made in the last month. Some months literally slow down. I think for October for me, it had kind of slowed down, but then it would pick up one week and then the other would it was just weird. So some days, you know, just never start something again when you don't have the money for it. Also, it's your business, right? So you have to of course add things to your business, and things like a recliner for me, for example, these are like $600 each. So I have three. I have actually three. I just don't have them right here. It's expensive, and you got to provide if you're going to be renting out to people. So things like that you got to put into existence. Damn, I need to pay a lot of things, so you have to remember that too. And yeah, just being financially stable to begin a business or anything you want to begin.
What do you do on a daily basis to grow as an entrepreneur?
Again, just staying very consistent with my work. Also, with the trends. You know, keeping up with the trends. If you don't keep up, I feel like people kind of get bored of you and stuff. I feel like even the nail business, right? Your sister, she always has new things coming out. You know, that's what people want to see. Your creativity. And so, yeah, keeping up with the trend. For example, lashes, colors have been really trendy right now. The glitter lashes, everything else. That's a little extreme for me. I mean, I have it if you want to, but just keeping up with the trend so that people know that you at least have that. Even if they didn't want it, honestly, just have it there. And you know, some girls don't like it. I personally wouldn't do all the gems and stuff, but I mean, because that's not you. It's what your clients want, right?
I've been thinking of getting pink, I don't know.
Yeah, because you know, it's cute and stuff. Some girls, it ain't for them, but I mean, again, it's a mixture of everything. So you need to have different styles and, you know, things available. So if they did want to try it, you can. Instead of, you know, going to a place and they don't have it, you're kind of well, I wanted to. So.
Knowing what you know now, is there anything you have done differently when you were first starting out?
I wouldn't, because those experiences have literally sculpted me to where I'm at now, and I feel like they helped me realize things that I maybe should have not done from the start, and literally it helps me you know, figure out now you know, don't do this, don't do that. And so yeah, I wouldn't, because again, from those experiences you learn a lot of things, and good and bad experiences. So yeah, I wouldn't. Although I wish I would, but I wouldn't, because I've gone through some really messed up things. So I would not change anything.
Okay, and the last question is gonna be, where can my audience find you?
On Instagram, that's just where I'm at right now. And yeah, because that's where I'm most known and most popular at.
Okay, so I'll put her at right here, and then I'll put my at as well. And that's gonna be a wrap. Millie Marathon, stay gifted.